All right, we're live. Welcome back to the Friday Night Prepper Pre-Party Show. I am very excited to have two of my favorite preppers here with me today. I've got the Digital Prepper and Pilgrim Radio. They have both been very good friends to my channel. So if you are somehow not subscribed to them yet, I ask you to please go check out both of their channels. When we are done, I'll go back in later on tonight and I will add links to make sure it's easy to get to them, or maybe we'll just go ahead and drop those into the chat. So we'll give people a couple minutes here to start logging in, and we're going to pray that we have a better audio stream than last time, because last time it was a little interesting, to say the least. But we made it through. And tonight we got a fun stream. We're going to be talking about everyday carry stuff. So I have talked to these guys a little bit this week, asked them to kind of come and talk about some of their stuff. I've got plenty of gear that I like that I'm going to be talking about tonight. This is definitely going to be a gear junkies kind of stream. So everything that I'm going to talk about is stuff that I have basically over time I've built up kit by trying different things, figuring out what works for me, adapting to the lifestyle that I live, which is I'm basically a desk jockey by day, hiker by night. And so a lot of my stuff is some of my stuff I don't carry at work. Some of my stuff I'm not allowed to carry at work. So some of the stuff I'll talk about is only when I'm out hiking or going out with my wife or whatever. And some of it is stuff that I legit have every single day. So we got a couple people popping in. Let me turn the mic over to Digital Prepper next, and he can introduce himself about his channel. Hey, Stuart.
All right, sounds good. So hello guys, I'm the Digital Prepper. On my channel I kind of go over mainly how we can kind of utilize technology when prepping, like keeping data stores for various applications and stuff, for example, looking at different survival or prepper based kind of applications, as well as looking at like current events regarding technology and how we can prepare either before or after the fact. That's pretty much me.
All right, Digital Prepper's got some great stuff. He's constantly doing uploads on both on YouTube and on Twitter, telling you about like security issues that are going on, recommending good products. I try to keep up with his stream every time he's got an upload, because I am not as tech savvy by a long shot, so I kind of need him to tell me what's going on. All right, Pilgrim, what's going on today?
Not much, man. Pilgrim Radio is, I get into conspiracies, but not just conspiracies. I'm also into grounded in reality as well. We're getting into prepping. I'm soaking in all the knowledge, and I'm trying to keep on. I'm about the First Amendment, you know what I'm saying, so much, and that is that pretty much describes, but as long as that's nothing that's like horrible, that's insulting to people on a personal level, you know what I'm saying. But other than that, it's pretty much all anything you want to say or do, and I'm just, keeping the spirit of Teresa O'Neill, Opie and Anthony alive, and that's where it's led me, I feel like. And meeting you guys has been one of the honors of my life. Like talking to you guys every time we've done a stream together, it's been badass.
Yeah, it's been fun. The next one has to go over to Digital Prepper's channel.
Yep.
Then it will be full circle. Somebody had said that. I saw that in the comments.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Stuart actually that said that. So we see, I see Bacon's checking in. Good to see you guys, Stuart and Bacon. You guys have been real good supporters to all of our channels. Actually, really appreciate that. And Bacon, this is going to be a fun one. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Usually, so it's kind of customary in the prepping community on YouTube that at the beginning of the new year, a lot of guys will show their new everyday carry. It's probably a lot of it is because like people get new stuff for the holidays or whatever. And Spray Can Coins, good to see you. I didn't do one this year. I don't know why. I just never got around to it, and I kept saying, "Well, I'll get to it." So here we are. We're getting near the end of 2021, and I'm finally getting around to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And and then we'll just kind of go around. Everybody can get a chance to kind of talk about what they like. And I'm going to go through some of my things now. So obviously, you know, with the current situation, I carry around a mask. And pretty much for me, it's like whatever's the easiest, loosest fitting, most comfortable mask for me. I like many people, I hate wearing it, but I have to wear it. And I will, you know, respect the law or whatever, or the rules of my work or whatever. So I do. Wild West Stacker, so good to see you. So that's number one. It's not so much by choice as necessity. Number two, and we're getting out of the boring stuff out of the way first. I usually keep like some kind of bandana. Whoops, the camera's over there. If you don't already know it, like bandana has like 1,000,001 survival uses, from stopping blood flow to cleaning my glasses, cleaning my phone, mopping up a spill, just about anything you can think of. And that's actually something you learn if you're in Boy Scouts. You learn that pretty early on. That's why a lot of the troops will wear bandana neckerchiefs and things like that. They teach you like all the different uses for that. So I always carry a bandana, always have. And sunglasses, I have to do prescription sunglasses, but I always get ANSI rated. What that means, if you're not familiar with that, is it's, you know, it's not ballistic, but like it can take a pretty good, like if somebody threw a rock at you, it's going to give you pretty good protection for your eyes. If you were out on the range, it's going to give you pretty good protection for a shell casing, but it's definitely not bulletproof. It's shatter resistant and impact proof. Next one, and I think all three of us, when we were talking, carry chapstick. And for a lot of different reasons, chapstick's actually a really good survival item. You guys want to jump in? Why do you carry chapstick besides chapped lips? You know.
Honestly, I'm kind of curious to know.
Fire starter, right?
I mean, really?
Yeah,
I actually never thought about that.
Petroleum.
It's a fire starter,
and it's got some. Yeah. So you could like cut off a little piece of threads from your clothes. You could cut off a little piece of your shirt, do a little smear of chapstick on there, and you got a pretty good little kindling tinder. A pretty good tinder.
Okay.
Yeah, and UV protection too, obviously, which is a good thing too. Let's see, who do we miss? Trident stacking. It's good.
Well, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I noticed whenever I was
I see you there.
When I was a teenager, I would get like really bad acne, right? And I'd have like bad acne scars, and I would use the chapstick to put on to where it would be scabbed over, and it would heal the scab part of it within like a couple of days. And I noticed if I got like a little like ouchie or something like that, you know, burning myself at work or something like that, I can just, you know, put a little bit of that, you know. I know it sounds weird, but I use the chapstick as like an ointment. I use bliss sticks. I don't have any right here, but yeah, I know I've always found that. I thought that's what got me started with chapstick, though.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I've used it a couple times if I had a little cut too that wasn't sealing up. And,
Major, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't get to a Band-Aid right away or whatever. Which actually brings me to my next thing. I always carry a couple Band-Aids now, and I've been keeping them in my Wazoo cash cap near the front.
I'm gonna have to get me one of them.
Yep. So I just keep 2 Band-Aids in there. I like having Band-Aids around. When you cut yourself and you don't have a Band-Aid around, it's a real pain in the butt. Yeah, it seems like I always get it caught on something afterwards, and you know, I seem to be, you know, there's a first aid kit at work, but if I'm not at work or near my car, because I keep a pretty decent one in my car too, nobody seems to have a Band-Aid, so sometimes I'm giving it to other people too. But since I got the cash cap up, I do keep a couple other things in there. I keep a little survival whistle for when I go hiking, and this is kind of an extra redundancy. I don't really need it, but I keep one of their little fire plugs in there. Whoops. And that's a little tinder. And I keep a little bit of cordage in there. I definitely want to talk about cordage for a second. So when you go hiking or camping or anything like that, if you think there's a chance that you might get caught out in the wilderness, cordage is like one of those things that most people don't carry. And so that's just a little bit of think that's like 50 feet. Cordage is one of those things like you can do all kinds of things with. You can do fishing. You can make traps and snares. You really need it if you're going to try to build a shelter for the night. It will make things a lot easier. And you can bushcraft. You can bushcraft some cordage, but my experience with that, I'll do a video on that at some point. My experience with that is it's definitely harder to work with than actual cordage. It's like not as pliable. And it's kind of labor intensive. You're going to have to work with it to get it to do what you want. It's so much more, so much less calories if you can keep a little cordage on you. And there's one more thing that I've been keeping in there, and that's little Fresnel lens. And so that's another way you can start a fire, magnifying lens. And that's more like I don't wear this hat all the time. This is like if I'm going out hiking or whatever. All right.
That's pretty sweet that all that stuff came out of your hat.
Yeah. That killed.
I love it. I'm gonna have to give me one of those, man.
Kit, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Work stuff. Go ahead. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no, I was actually gonna answer Bacon down there. Actually, I do have a rechargeable, like one of those like plasma lighters. I normally just carry around one of those.
I'm gonna have to go and get me hold of one of them too. You guys are getting me. I'm slacking. Whenever you guys are about to see how much I'm slacking here in a minute. Oh, that sounds awesome though, man. So what is it like? You just charge it up like USB style?
Yeah. It just charges up USB and just has like a button on it that kind of makes like a like a weird like electrical whiny kind of noise type thing. And it works. It works really well.
Like that.
Oh, Sarge has got me. Okay.
Like that.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've actually had one of those before. All right.
There we go. Yeah. Does it look like that, Digital Prepper?
Yep. It looks exactly like that. So
I'll do that one next, and then I'll kind of let you guys jump in for a little while because I'm kind of taking up so much space here. But this is Zippo I've had since college. I changed out this year. I changed out the regular insert for the rechargeable arc there.
Oh, nice.
And I like it. So you basically, it's a USB charge. So these you can use the old. God, this camera's throwing me off today. So you basically it just comes out like, oh man, it's in there tight now. There we go. So just the insert comes out, and you could replace it with the lighter fluid one.
Oh, cool, nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so that was a new piece of kit I added this year, and I'm liking it. But I keep a couple different ways to start fires. That's just one. I got the Fresnel lens, and then I'll show you another one in a little bit. So I'm going to turn the mic over for a little bit to, let's go to Digital Prepper next, and then we'll go to Pilgrim.
Sounds good.
I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Sounds good. I know one of the going over some of the main things that I have. Like one, I do have that USB lighter. I mean, it works pretty well, but like kind of to go along with that, I also have like a solar panel. It's just a solar panel that you can connect like USB cables to it, so that you can like charge your phone, charge any sort of whatever that you need that connects via USB.
I keep one of those in my work bag, and I use it a lot actually, especially if I'm out with a bunch of people at a conference or something like that. It usually ends up that I'm the only one that has some kind of power bank with us.
Yeah, I also keep one of those too. Just charged one of like the large capacity power banks. It saved me a bunch of times when I'm over there at like 5% battery on my phone. Also carry a like how you were talking about with the hat, and how you have like the band-aids and such. Because most of the time I walk around with some sort of backpack. So I actually have like a small bag of medical supplies just laying in the backpack with like, band-aids and like different type of medication like ibuprofen and like Pepto and stuff like that. Just in case, like allergy medication, all that kind of stuff. I've been, kind of like scared to get pulled over, and they're like, why do you have all these pills in your bag?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm usually the person at my work too that has ibuprofen and stuff like that. And everybody comes to me when they have a headache. But you're right. If you're supposed to, I think in all 50 states, you're supposed to keep it in its original bottle. So be aware of that. If you get pulled over, you could have a problem.
Oh, jeez. Also carry like I don't know if you guys ever heard of like a tactical pen.
Mm-hmm.
I want one so bad.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean it works. Like, I mean, people pull out like box cutters to cut open boxes and such, and like I use that pen for everything. Like I'll stab open boxes and rip those open. It can be used. Its main like kind of purpose is actually to be used kind of like those little hammers that you use to break open your car window. That's what it's supposed to be used for, but it also can like unscrew, and it has like what do you call it? Like a screwdriver, can opener, and it actually does, funny enough, have a pen in it.
What brand is that? That sounds pretty cool.
Funny enough, it's literally just like a generic brand that I found off Amazon, and it's worked for at least going on like 3 years now. So that's pretty cool. Also carry a Swiss Army knife, like an actual.
That is really cool.
Like, Swiss
I've got
Army
a couple
knife.
of comments here. Let me just. Those are really nice. Is it the Victorinox?
Yep. Oh, a jump starter. Yeah, I actually, that's something that everybody should
I've got
have,
some lag here.
honestly, in the car.
I hear the lag kind of coming from you, Sarge.
Is it me? Okay.
Everything is.
So we got a couple.
I think that we've settled in now.
Okay. Jump starters in the car, absolutely. I've actually helped a lot of different people. You're coming out of the store and you see somebody with their hood up, you kind of know that there's a pretty good chance that their battery's dead. So jump starters. I'm gonna go back here a little bit. Stuart had a couple of things that he had. There it is. Those rechargeable lanterns and flashlights are really super good for power outages. We definitely
really
have
are.
a whole kit of that for hurricane season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I at least have like 2 of those.
The brand that I noticed the most on Amazon that I'm trying to get maybe as a stocking stuffer or something like that is the Atomic Bear. I see Atomic Bear the tactical pins a lot. You guys think those are any good, or you think those are trash?
I don't know if I've heard of that particular brand, but I mean, you could probably like take a look at the reviews and see how good it is, to be honest.
If I see too many 1-star reviews on things, so you see like too many reviews saying something's like broken, like I'll be like, it looks cool, but you guys are. I need to. Most of my EDC is centered around self-defense, I guess. Like I want to get me more like you had like some cards and stuff like that could turn into something, and like that is what like I have the K-bar TDI right here is kind of like clinch pick. That's what I carry, and then I got my Gerber. And see, I'm gonna sound like a simp right now. I don't even know what kind of knife this is. I do know it's Gerber though. But yeah, dude, and The one of like I might get some hate for this because I'm a dude, but you know my wife carries one, and I was like, girl, I got you one. I'm gonna have to get one too. Palm OC defense spray. All right, you know I also I carry a bang bang boom boom as well, but I don't want to use that as that's my last resort. But this you know this is good for everybody, and I don't care who you are, how big you are. You get hit by this Palm OC defense spray, you're going down. And
yeah, not wrong.
And I always carry lighters. You like the OC spray as well?
Yeah. Now, actually, I'll tell you what we do is we do like pepper spray. We like OC spray. We actually keep it cached around the house in various places, so that like anywhere, if I was anywhere in the house, or my wife was anywhere in the house, and something's going down in another room, either one of us can get to it really quick.
Okay, that makes sense.
The only thing is, when you have kids come over, you have to remember to like clean that all up because kids will get into everything.
I got a funny story for you guys involving some OC spray, pepper spray. Whenever I was at work, right, and then I'd left my pepper spray there. You know, I'd forgotten about it. You know, I was like, guys, look what I got from this place, and it wasn't this kind. It was just a lesser degree. I think it was Police Saber or something like that. But this guy I worked with, he thought that it was like Axe body spray or something like that, and he had sprayed himself like this.
Oh no!
I heard that he was. I wasn't there. I wish I was there to see it. And I was like, oh, so you're gonna try to use someone else's body spray? But no, this dude, he was hurting though. He had poured like milk all over his chest or something like that. You know, because he did like this thing, and he was gonna smell good, getting it all inside of his pores, dude.
Oh, that's terrible.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, he was a good worker though. He kept on working though. He cried a little bit and he got back to business.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, I'd love to get some wasp spray.
Yeah, I don't want to go into that because that's actually that's one of the things that's against federal regulations. I know that is true, but I'm not
really
going to talk about that right now. Yeah.
Yeah, because it even says like on the bottle,
don't
use it.
That's crazy.
You don't use it for anything other than killing wasps.
Yeah, I don't doubt that it could be effective. I'm just saying we're not going to endorse that.
That's it. That don't use it, guys. That's not good.
Yeah.
Spray is the best thing you can get. John, you guys know? Have you guys watch Active Self Protection of John Correa?
I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't heard of that.
You should check him out. He's got like he's got like 2 million subs or something like that. But this dude is he analyzes shooting videos. He analyzes self-defense encounters, dog attacks, cat attacks. He analyzes everything, wild animals, people, and it's definitely it's good. It's helped me learn a little bit more about my self-defense for sure. But he's always talking heavy about this palm. But I need to get more fire starter though. It's good to know that my chapstick could also be used as that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you wouldn't think someone. Also, I can feel this. You wouldn't think someone would just leave some pepper spray lying around at work, though, huh? But we're cooks, though, dude. You know, he's working in a restaurant. You know, like it was.
Do you guys have a flash? Do you carry a flashlight every day? Or keep it near your car or anything?
I used to, but I lost it.
I do. It's just a crappy flashlight. You know, takes a AA battery. It always stays in my pocket. It's pretty good to go.
There's 2 that I carry for my EDC. I don't carry both all the time. When I'm traveling, I carry this one. That's there we go. It's a 511.
Ooh, okay.
And that is, it's actually pretty good. Like you were talking about the tactical pen, this basically could do the same thing. So when I'm traveling, this is the one I carry. This is 90 lumens, which for me, that's like the bare minimum in terms of like if I want a flashlight that I'm going to carry around. Mm-hmm. lumens will light up my backyard. That's kind of what I go by.
Okay.
Most of the time, though, I'm carrying this one. This one's gonna probably tick off some people. This is an Olight, and people in the prepper community either love or hate Olight. I will say it's really
What's
sturdy.
that for?
It's just a flashlight. It's
Okay.
So this one,
But why do they love or hate it for though?
well, it's not made in the United States for one.
I see.
So there's
You cannot be xenophobic against flashlights.
And there's, I mean, I think Olight gets a little aggressive with their marketing campaigns, and so there's actually a good, if you want to check out the Guns Coast to Coast is a channel that I'm friends with, and he just did a whole video talking about like what he doesn't like about Olight. So just to play the other side of the argument. But if anybody wants to check that out, I will say I've been using this for years. It's very sturdy. It's been in my pocket, and it's like barely got any scratches on it. And so like it's hitting up against my keys, my phone, and so it's held up really well. This is it can do 5 lumens, so which is like fine for like in your tent reading or something like that, and 180, so it's double what the other one can do. And it's a AAA battery, which is like everywhere. So it's for me, it's a good choice. But I recognize that a lot of people don't like Olights, so that's up to you.
Oh, that's a brand to take a look at, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other one was 511. I put links.
I wish I could find mine.
What happened to it?
I think something couch-aided, something like that. You know, I need to just go get another. I got it from Dollar Tree, and I think it was like 500 lumens or something like that. I don't know the lumens. I don't want to misquote my lumens on my flashlight, but it was a badass flashlight though, for sure. I keep on trying. What kind of phones do you guys rock? Are you guys iPhone guys?
I am
Android. I got which level do you got of it?
I just upgraded over the summer to a 12.
That's what's up. Yeah, I got the 12 too. You seem like you got an iPhone as well, Digital Prepper. You iPhone or your Android?
No, I'm with Samsung right now. I have a Samsung S20. I'm not too huge of an Apple fan. I will admit that their devices themselves, I mean, they do make good stuff. I just don't necessarily like too much of Apple's like business practices, but I won't get into that.
I feel you. I like that. Really, the only thing that's good is the camera for me. Other than that, like, yeah,
the cameras are really amazing.
Yeah, they are.
How do you feel about this 5G though? Like, I don't feel like the 5G. They have 5G on these iPhone 12s. That's the only reason I bring it up. But I feel like the service is actually a little bit slower. It's not. They might not have that many 5G towers where I live at though, but.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way.
But they said that was supposed to revolutionize her, and I digress. I apologize.
That's interesting. When I switched to the 12, because I was on a really old one. I was on a 5 before that, and so I was not able to get 5G, and I was noticing that like my calls would drop all over the city of Charleston, different streets and stuff. And when I switched to the 12, and you know, I am on 5G almost everywhere in Charleston. It's 5G, and it's like my calls never drop. Now, download speeds and stuff like that, I don't know. Maybe there's throttling that goes on. What do you think, Digital Prepper? Do you think there's some throttling going on?
It might not be as much throttling as it is like maybe there's just not enough towers in that area. Because like I've even seen people on various forums like complain about 5G service, because like for example I'm on Boost Mobile, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're owned by T-Mobile now because T-Mobile bought Sprint. But like there were people like on an online forum complaining about the service, and when a like customer representative or whoever like replied to them, they actually mentioned, oh well, there's actually no 5G towers in your area. And they were looking like, so then why was I sold like a 5G phone if there's no service for it? What the heck?
Yeah, I wish we would get the fiber optics here, but that's probably we'll save that one for when we go on your channel.
That'd be great, actually. How do you guys feel about like watches? Do you guys like wear watches?
I don't, but I would like
That
to
was
hear
what I
about
was about to get into.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about what you guys like, because I've been delaying my decision for a long time.
Well, at least for me, because I have a Casio Pathfinder watch, and I've got it like I want to say like 2 months ago. It's great. It has like temperature, barometer, like an altimeter, a compass. It has like all sorts of crazy bells and whistles in the watch itself. But it's also a solar powered watch, so it's it's like never going to run out of battery or anything.
That sounds like a good one for somebody like me who likes to go out in the woods.
And if you like to go swimming too, I mean, it's waterproof up to I want to say like 200 meters or something like that, or not meters, like 200 feet.
What website? What can you get this off of? Is this Amazon or is it off its own website?
Actually, I bought my watch off of Amazon, but I assume Casio has their own website that you can get.
Okay, Casio. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting some
I'm
links
check that out
in the description too, if you guys want to check those out. I put links for some of the stuff in the description. I had got that information from Digital Prepper a little bit earlier.
What about you, Pilgrim?
I just this watch I got right here. This was like an anniversary present for my wife. Like it's a Fossil watch. It's definitely it's more of like a dress watch for sure. I want to. This has inspired my watch journey, and what you just now said is also added to my journey as well. But this until I think that this is solar powered. I'm not. I know it's not waterproof though for sure. But it tells the month and stuff, the date, the year, all that's all, But for now, this is what I'm going at. But I know that a watch is a good thing to have, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's good to be able to keep up with the time. Where I feel like you'd lose your mind if you didn't know what the time was.
Yeah, I agree. EDC bourbon.
I will say for bourbon, if I get my choice, it would be Woodford Reserve. And I'm not sponsored by Woodford Reserve, but if they want to sponsor me, we can talk.
You get cases of that Woodford Reserve now.
What about you guys? Do you like bourbon?
I'm not actually that much of a drinker, funny enough.
Okay. Pilgrim?
I'm more. I like bourbon, man. I like a little bit of all of it, man. But I'm more into. I would say more into rum, like Bacardi, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe a little bit of whiskey. I don't like any white liquor, though. I don't like vodka. I can't drink any. I try to drink vodka. I'll try to drink white rum, coconut rum, whatever. Those kinds. I'll throw up instantly. I don't know what it is, but I could drink me some whiskey. I could drink me some brandy. But I'd say maybe you're probably gonna make fun of me, but E&J is probably my. Were we talking about brandy, or let me see, did I get my alcohol mixed up? I apologize.
Well, Bacon, since you asked the question, you said you like Evan Williams Black. I have not had Evan Williams Black. And I used to live in Kentucky, so I tried a lot of different bourbons when I was there. I'm trying to think. Knob Creek was another one that was really good. Knob Creek is awesome.
Knob Creek is good. Okay. So wait, bourbon comes from Kentucky and whiskey comes from Tennessee, right? That's like the difference between the two.
It used to be that bourbon had to come from Kentucky. They've kind of laxed the rules on that. It more has to do with the recipe. I think it's like that bourbon has to have a certain ratio of corn in the mash. But I'm not an expert on it, even though I should be. Having lived there for 10 years, I should know more about it.
Beer is not liquor. I just want to say that beer is very mild though. I was drinking. I remember whenever I was like probably like 6 or 7 years old, I was taking some of my dad's beers and stuff like that. But that's very common where I'm from though, in Louisiana. That's deep south. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but
yeah, and bourbon is definitely like the further south you go, I think you tend to encounter more people that are into bourbon. Seems to be like part of our culture. Oh, there it is. Bacon's got it up there. It has to be 51% or higher corn mash.
okay.
Oh, okay.
He said,
That'd be a good skill to have.
Beer. I mean, so I don't want to get too much into that. I probably could do something on that on the mental health channel that I have. But, if you've been, all I'm going to say on that right now, if somebody's a heavy drinker, uncle, and there is some danger to going from like, if they've been a heavy drinker for years to suddenly stopping. So if they can't go into like a detox and stuff like that, I have heard of people kind of tapering down. It's a little bit safer, but that's not medical advice. This is not a medical advice channel. And I'm just telling you some things that I've heard, and he can do his own due diligent research on that.
Straight up. Do you guys carry a buff? Oh, my bad, Sarge. I'm sorry.
Sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I do.
These things are good for your neck. They protect from mosquitoes and stuff like that. Yeah, everything.
If I'm working in the garden, I tend to wear them because of the sweat,
You inspire me to want to do some more hiking now, Sarge. My bad. I keep
do it. It's so good for you. But let me see. You guys want to go a little bit more into the knives? I know you showed us yours, Digital Prepper. You said you use a Swiss Army knife. Do you use any other knives?
Not really. I've wanted to kind of get a little more into it, but it just hasn't like come up yet. You know what I mean?
O'Doul's has, I believe, you'll have to check this, Unc, but I think O'Doul's has a very tiny, tiny, tiny amount of alcohol in there. No, it's like almost negligible. What'd you have there, Pilgrim? I saw you hold up a knife.
Do you know what kind of knife this is? I think this is some kind of painter's knife or something like that. I got it at a yard sale. I carried on my bug out bag.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty sweet, huh?
It is pretty sweet. I'm not
It's
familiar
weighted
with
out.
it.
It's Milwaukee. It's a Milwaukee brand, like the power tools.
Like the tools, yeah.
Huh.
But it's pretty sweet. It has a pretty good. It looks like a dagger. It's serrated right here, and then it's sharp right there. But I got this thing for 25 cents, guys.
Oh, wow.
Come on now.
Great deal.
I went back to my see, this thing's like 12 years old now, and it's getting a little bit played out. But this knife has been. I play around with different knives, and I like to switch it up. There we go. The CRKT M21 12G. Every time I switch around, like you guys know, I did the CEO knife for a while. I'll show you that one. You'll remember it because you probably saw the video. That was the CEO.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's a cool knife. That's like, it's kind of fancy, but this one here, like if I'm going out in the woods, that's pretty much what I'm carrying now. I went back to it, even though I tried to switch away from it. Mm-hmm. This thing is like 12 years old. I've beat the crap out of it, and you can't kill this knife. So if anything, it's got like, I need to loosen it up a little bit because that used to be like really slick. But other than that, if I ever replaced this knife, I think I probably would get the same exact thing. And then sometimes if I'm going to a barbecue, I do the Kershaw Shuffle, which you guys have probably seen that too. I did the review on that one.
Oh, that one's nice.
Yeah,
it's slick. I like that.
And it's less like intimidating. Like people aren't going to freak out. You pull that one out, For my fixed blade that I keep on the bug out bag, I actually it's pretty. I'm going to be doing a review on it, but I've been using it for a while. The Gerber Prodigy and the Gerber Strong Arm are both really good and very affordable for a fixed blade knife. They're like, I think like 50, around 50, and they're both like really, really solidly built. What do you guys in chat? What do you guys like?
Put links to those as well.
I can. I can go back in and throw those in there too.
Okay.
I shouldn't have put that one up.
I'll be putting up stuff sometimes. It'll be like crazy.
Yeah. Oops. What do you guys like in chat? What do you guys like for pocket knives? While you guys are answering that, I'll show you one more thing. So on my keychain, I keep a couple things. One is the Gerber Shard, which is basically like a little pry bar and a little bottle opener, can opener. And on the other side of it, it's got a little Phillips head on the other side of it.
Oh, nice.
And then I keep 2 pill containers, which do not have pills in them. One of them has an emergency 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I always have a little bit of cash. And then the other one, this is my 3rd fire starter. So the other one, oops, there we go, this is the Wazoo fire starter ceramic kit. There we go.
Sarge is always going to have fire.
Pretty much. Fire and knives. Yeah. Yeah. Uncle's got a butcher's knife.
Dude, Wazoo has some.
Go ahead, Pilgrim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me some Wazoo. I'm gonna have to get me some more. I'm gonna have to get me some Wazoo gear, dude. Like Wazoo has a bunch of badass stuff, man.
They really do.
That hat, I'm gonna have to get me one of them hat. You have a like if I enter like Sarge or something like that on the website, I'll.
Yeah, if you guys go in the description, there's a link with my coupon code, and if you use my link, I'll get a little commission off of it too, which I do appreciate that. And it's the coupon code will get you 5% off.
That's what's up. Now, would it be against Wazoo if I were to put the Pilgrim symbol on their hat? Do you think they'd allow that?
You can do, I think once you own it, you can do whatever you wanted with it.
That's what's up, dude. That's gonna be cool.
So there's a good question there. We should probably help Uncle out with that.
Get her some Palm OC defense spray, Uncle.
If,
or you can get her one of these things too.
I agree.
Like this is perfect. You just go like.
Honestly, it kind of depends because I know I've heard like from a lot of people that like you don't necessarily want to be in any sort of like knife fight. Like nobody wins a knife fight. But yeah, I would definitely agree with with like the OC defense spray, some sort of like loud high decibel whistle. I mean, what else? College was a while ago.
I should have maybe like let's say if someone's on top of you though, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, like and you're trying to fight them off and you can't, but you can reach to this thing real quick and then you could. But yeah, knife fight though, man, that is. I definitely think that's probably one of the worst, most horrible things somebody could find themselves into, for sure.
Yeah, I agree, Uncle. Like the first thing, run. Yeah, that'd be the first thing.
Yep. Self-defense classes, I totally recommend. And if somebody doesn't have time to train up, then find yourself like a good studio and do like 6 private classes. Just pay the money. If you don't have the time, come up with the money and get 6 private classes, and you'd be surprised when it's just you and the instructor for 6 hours how much you're going to pick up. And I agree with the pepper spray. I would say just make sure she's aware of the policy for the campus, because some schools are like weird and don't want you to be able to defend yourself because reasons. Make sure she's always got her cell phone charged up. That's a big one. Stuart, you need to show us that on your channel. I'd love to see that. They know how to whack ears, poke eyes, throw. Is that what you were laughing at, Digital Prepper?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the striking points, right? Like, because you can punch on. I think I am going to use this as an example. The case that's in the news right now with Gabby Patino and Brian Laundrie. She was a tiny little girl, but size can be overmatched with good training, and knowing good striking points like the groin, the eyes, the throat, and you have to know more than one, because believe it or not, some guys can take that groin shot,
Yeah.
But you poke somebody in the eye
from years of practice.
Yeah. I've seen some actually watch an MMA fight, those guys, all the strikes that they take, but then they get like one little scratch to the eye or poke to the eye, and they're like, boom, they're down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no fight is fair. I would just say, remember that.
Yep. Especially when it's a mismatch of size.
You gotta bite their nose off if possible.
Yeah, I'm too old to fight fair at this point. If my days of fist fights are long in the rearview mirror. So if I have to defend myself, it's not going to be fair. That's I'm going to use everything that's at my disposal, to the extent that it's self-defense. I'm not gonna exceed force that's not necessary.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's kind of like
that means chasing someone down.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm sorry, Bubba. I apologize, Bubba.
No problem. No, I was gonna say, like, because like at least over here in Illinois, like the reason why I haven't really like gone into collecting like knives or anything is mostly because of there's like a weird law out here that the blades themselves can only be like no more than 3 inches long, and I mean, like Pilgrim, that's
how it is
that
in
knife,
Virginia too.
Yeah, like that knife that you that you get for 25 cents. I don't think I can have that one.
I heard stories about people selling illegal stuff in the hoods of like let's say a place like Chicago, something that would only cost me let's say it only cost me like $150 here. You can go sell that for like, and nobody do this is not a good thing. Like $3,000 or $4,000 in one of those hoods or something like that, dude. It's insane. And these people, it's like, dude, there are people who will, or like there are people who would buy it. Like I could sell that knife probably for like $100 to somebody or something, dude. Like that's not right. That's why these laws are insane, dude. And my bad, I didn't mean to get into that. I digressed for a second. That's crazy, dude. You can't have a knife longer than 3 inches, dude. For what? What are you gonna do with a 3-inch knife? You can open up something, yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate that for you.
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I've had that question a couple times when I've done like the knife reviews. People will ask in the comments, "Is this legal in my state?" I don't know. You have to check that yourself. Like yep. I can't memorize all 50 states' laws.
Well, this sounds insane, but in Tennessee, you could carry like a sword or something if you wanted to. You could openly carry any kind of weapon that you feel like, or like in public. And that you can fact check me, but I'm pretty sure that's true. You can carry swords. You can carry boom booms. You can like UIP. You can be carrying around like all kind. You can't be having like RPGs or tanks or something like that. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty. We have some pretty lax rules here.
So, have you ever tried to like walk down the street with a katana on your back?
I wish I wouldn't get in any trouble for it, but I would love to, man. Like, it would be cool. Like, you could walk or like. People, they do it, and I've seen people do stuff like that because there's a place close by me where they can buy like there's shops that sell katanas and claymores and all kinds of stuff, and they'll be walking around, like you see people, you see them the next day walking around with the thing, dude. So yeah, it's crazy, man. And I think that this is one of the states where if you wanted to have not a duel, but maybe some kind of fisticuffs with somebody, I might be mistaken. But you would like where the police would watch you having fisticuffs with your enemy or something. If I might be mistaken. But yeah, it's like it's like colonial era laws almost. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, you guys have a. By the way,
yeah, if you guys,
I want to say hi to Wayne and hi to Sarge who popped in there.
Yeah, there, guys.
So you guys have a really cool knife store there, Pilgrim. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Are you far from there?
I live. I'm not too far from there at all. I probably live like 3 towns away or something like that. But yeah, no, they have good. The Buds is right beside there too. Hitchcock 45. He goes there all. He's a big dude from there as well. But no, yeah, I want to go check out Smoky Mountain Knife Works and they have like badass kukris there. I want to get me a kukri next. Come on now. Yeah, they had some cool stuff.
I pass through there sometimes when I'm visiting.
Sarge.
Yeah.
Next time you pass through there, hit me up, please,
Definitely.
dude.
Definitely.
Dude, yeah, we had that one. Dude, if you pass, dude, you'll have the time of your life. It'll be awesome, dude. We have the one of the most insane live streams of all time.
That would be
because
we're
probably only like 3 hours away from each other, dude.
Yeah,
Digital Prepper. Yeah. We gotta figure out how to we gotta go to Missouri, guys. My friend Hutch Homestead, and I apologize for digressing, but you're probably not far from Missouri, Digital Prepper. This is something only for creators. I know Hutch would be down for you guys coming. We go to this. It's a Halloween party type deal between the 29th and November 1st. If you guys could get down with only creators though, but if you guys get down, dude, this could be another one of the greatest things of all time. And dude, we could carpool together, dude. Me and Sarge, we could drive together, dude, and then we pick up Digital Prepper along the way, dude, and then we just boom, we're in Missouri. What's good?
Also in Kentucky, they have that the Knob Creek big shootout. Where have you ever seen that?
No, I want to.
No, I haven't.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up and share it or save it.
Yeah. It's like a convention for firearms, basically. And,
oh wow!
Yeah, they have. I mean, everything you can imagine there. I've seen video. I've never been. I saw videos of it. It looks awesome.
Do you want to go? Let's go together, dude. Straight up, dude. Dude, we're not that far from each other if you think about it, man. Like,
right. Yeah, you know who else is on the way?
Do you want to go see the Foo Fighters, Sarge?
Titan Preparedness is on the way too. He's in western part of South Carolina. He's actually probably closer to you than I am.
Oh, interesting.
We could have the greatest. We could have a badass time, guy. We could have an East Coast party, and then we do the Missouri as kind of like a Midwest party, Midwest coast. Dude, yeah, I'll hit him up though, man. Like, I'll hit him up, dude. We'll see what's good because I have vacation time coming up soon.
Yeah, I tried to get Titan Preparedness to join us tonight, but he had to work.
Dude, yeah, get that going for another time, dude. Anytime you ever want me, Sarge, I'm here, man. Unless it's during the daytime, because I work from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, dude. You know, but other than that, but like anytime, man.
I think this one's for
like, yeah, dude. Like, I feel
close to St. Louis.
No, I live in Tennessee, but where I'm going, I think is a little bit far from St. Louis. So I think where I'm going is close to where that dude Yakov Smirnoff, Branson is close to. It's close to there, but not. It's probably like. I can't. I'm not allowed to reveal the full details. So
undisclosed location.
Yeah, the Foo Fighters are coming through. I think they're going to Raleigh, North Carolina soon in a couple of weeks. Though I was thinking about going to see them. Bacon said they're badass. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. That I know we're talking about EDC, and I'm sorry, I keep on talking about other. When I saw Paul McCartney live in concert, Sarge, Digital Prepper, chat.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I cried. Can you imagine 20,000 people singing a Hey Jude at the same time? Na 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 na. And that is the greatest concert I've ever been to. But if me and Sarge and Digital Prepper go to Foo Fighters concert, that will be the greatest concert of all time. No, we'll see what's good. We can see, like, for real. We'll see what's good after this. Like, are you into those kinds of things, guys? You guys like music festivals and stuff? You guys into that?
Yeah, I used to.
See, that's what I'm trying to get. My wife is into that too, as well. So it's like it's not something like like a lot of people are like, oh, what if my girl is tripping? It's like, nah, dude, nobody's tripping. Like everybody is, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, like, anybody that has a family, I'm like, dude, I'm also a family man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm like. We're gonna have the greatest East Coast and West Coast parties of all time. And I apologize, guys. I keep on digressing, and at this point I'm speaking out the side of my head, and I'm sorry for saying sorry so much. And I yield my time.
I forgot to say hello to Her Healthy Home when she popped in. Thank you so much for joining us. Her Healthy Home has been a great friend to our channel as well. Really appreciate you. And Her Healthy Home actually won 2 prizes on that giveaway live stream that I did when I got monetized.
Oh, nice.
Yep. All right. So before we wind up, thank you, Unc. We'll catch up with you later on. I really appreciate you popping in. So let's wrap it up with the pew pew pew. We'll kind of talk about that for a minute. So I am not allowed to carry for work. We have really strict policies about that, but I do carry when I'm not working, and my choice is Glock 26. And why I chose that is I used to compete in IDPA with a Glock 17, which is it's 9mm, and the Glock 26 is basically like everything functions exactly the same. In fact, it takes the same magazines. It's just the baby to it. It's the miniaturized version of the Glock 17. So that's mine. It's a 10-round magazine. Occasionally, I'll switch that out for a Taurus 85 revolver, but that's pretty much those are my 2 go-tos for my EDC when I can carry those. What about you guys? Any choices there?
I'll yield to Pilgrim just because I have a firearm card, but I'm a baby when it comes to guns. I have no clue what it is that I'm doing, so I'm just gonna listen to you guys.
Okay.
Was it can I ask you this real quick? Was it hard for you to get that, or was it a big process for you to get that where you're at because of the some of the policies they might have and shit?
No, it wasn't a huge process. I think the worst part about it was that when I had applied for it, like I literally was waiting maybe like 3 months. It was like 3 months later until I actually got the card in the mail. But other than that, like other than the waiting, the process wasn't too bad. But I'm not like in I don't recall if Chicago has like concealed carry, but I know out where I am, there's that's not a thing.
Heard that. It's pretty like every time I've gotten a firearm, I've noticed it's taken like 45 minutes to an hour to get it recently because there's like a million other people getting one at the exact same time as I was whenever it was happening. But I carry a Llama subcompact 45. It holds 10 rounds in the magazine. It holds it, but I'm sorry guys, I keep on going squirrel. My bad. But yeah, that's it. And I also have a Rock Island 38 special. and that's my go-to. You know, I got that for my wife, but she's kind of she's not really she's into firearms, but she's not as astute to the ways of firearm safety, you'd say. Because you know, I went through the classes, though. I've got a card as well. I went to my classes and learned my safety. And you know, I'm from the country too, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Louisiana. I you know, and I grew up always with firearms my entire life. You know, so. But yeah, the 45. A lot of people, you know, there's a big argument between 45 and 9mm. But you know, either way, at 22, it will still get you going regardless. But I like the 45 though, because it feels to me like just when someone sees the hole in that, they'll be like, wow, I don't want that. When they see the size of the hole inside of the 45.
Yeah, that's a man's rifle for sure.
I hope that made sense. I apologize if it did.
So are you guys like in open carry-ish states, or is it more concealed carry?
South Carolina definitely. They just passed an open carry law. I personally will never do that. My feeling is that if I do that, I'm giving up any advantage that I have by them not knowing what I've got.
Yeah, that is super fair.
Exactly.
OUTXE is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do not believe in printing. I don't believe in open carry. Like, if you want, because someone could just come up behind you and take that thing out of your pocket, you know, if you're open carry. You wouldn't even, you take it and you're like, oh my God. Yeah, we just passed constitutional carry here in Tennessee. Interesting fact, though, all 89 sheriffs of all 89 counties in Tennessee, they came out against the consulted or the constitutional carry thing, which I think is messed up. But yeah, we have constitutional carry here now, but like, I have a concealed carry permit, and I had that before this new law came in place. So I still have to have if I have my firearm open, I can't open carry because I have this license. And this new law is kind of weird. But yeah, people can open carry here, but this new law is where they put more like if you get caught with drugs, if you get caught doing a crime with a firearm or something like that, you get into more trouble now than you would have before as well. But if you have a permit, though, you have to have for the next 8 years. I have to only conceal carry.
One of the situational awareness games that I like to play is if we're out and about, out to eat or whatever, just as you're people watching, try to see who's got prints. Do you guys do that?
Yes, yes, sir. I've noticed a couple of times too. They'd be like, they'll have tight shirts on. Some of these people will be having shirts on way too tight or some shit. And this one dude, I saw him walking inside of this convenience store, and he had forgotten to tuck his shirt in, but he just had it hanging out, you know, walking with his family, and then boom, he was like, oh. But no, dude, because if you know another person who has a weapon, though, you know, it's like a samurai and a sword. I look at my pew pew like a samurai looks at his sword. It's an extension of myself. It's like my arm.
Yeah.
Or I want it to be, I should say. I'm not going to sit here in front like.
Yeah, well, I got busted one time. A guy caught me looking at the print of it, and he started to get like real nervous about it. So I just kind of walked away. Like, you know, I wasn't trying to intimidate him or anything like that, or make him feel weird about it. You know, it's just kind of something I do. It kind of, as you know, checking the exits and all this other stuff, situational awareness. I just kind of look around and who might be carrying a weapon, and his kind of stood out. So I was kind of like staring at it for a second, and then he saw where my eyes were. And he started like fidgeting. I'm like, okay, time to go. So we got Sarge was talking about Gray Man, which is a good topic. We could probably talk about that another day. We basically how to blend into your surroundings, right?
Yeah.
And that really is going to vary by city. That's speaking of people watching, right? Like, so if I go up to Indiana or Ohio, there is a little bit of a difference in how people dress versus South Carolina or Tennessee. You know, like I probably can blend in pretty good in South Carolina or Tennessee, But if I go up to Massachusetts, the clothing that I wear is going to stand out just a little bit, just because there's that little bit of cultural differences. We can spot Europe because we're in a tourist city in Charleston. So there's a ton of tourists. We can spot the Europeans like easily. That's another game we play, is like who's not from Charleston. And their clothes are different, or sometimes they even walk different.
That's interesting because like I would agree. You know, tourists they look definitely a lot different than other people that are just that just kind of live there.
Hey, Rob Gibbs, good to see you. So Gray Man is overdone, just dressed like the locals. So yeah, that's a good point. I think people can overdo that. There's actually a picture that's circulating on social media as a meme right now, and I don't know if they are FBI or whatever, but it's these like 5 very fit guys, basically all dressed really nice with the same exact. They're all wearing the same exact sunglasses, and they're at a rally, like trying to fit in, and like not fitting in. Have you guys seen that?
I have not, but I can just imagine what that looks like. Yep. Like it's like Sarge was talking about in chat. You know, if you're in college and you got a camo, just walking around in camo. Yeah, you're gonna look a little crazy.
Yeah. But if you're in like a rural area in Tennessee or Kentucky, that might not stand out at all.
Right.
Oh my god.
I like that one. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
I see it.
I've never been to Seattle. Somebody I know just moved there. A friend of mine. You guys don't know him. A friend of mine just told me he's moving there. I'll have to go check that out, Wayne. Wayne, do you live close to Seattle? Do you live close to the city? So while we're waiting on that, so any other thoughts on Gray Man? I mean, generally the more, if you're not sure, like dressing like the locals, then the more bright colors that you wear or the more labels you wear, that just like, if you were walking by and somebody would said, describe the 10 people that just walked by, are you going to stand out? Right. So like this here right now, if I walk through a crowd of people, that's not a common thing. So somebody might say, hey, he had a necklace that I'd never seen before. Right. But if I didn't have that on and I just had like the white t-shirt and the hat, I might walk by and like the visual cue, the brain doesn't even register it.
Yep.
Dress like the locals. Exactly. Last 10 years, it turned into S-hole. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'd say I have a camouflage hat, like with like the Punisher skull on it, American flag like stuff on. And I went to New York City with my when we went to Massachusetts, New York City, me and my wife, and my son. It was I just didn't wear that hat, even though that was the only hat that I had options to. I was like, I'll just let them see my hair messed up.
But in Tennessee, it doesn't. It just blends right in.
And yeah, exactly. It's nothing. In Tennessee, you can be a little bit country and you can be a little bit rock and roll and still be fine. And that's what I'm saying. That's what's awesome about it.
I love it. That's great.
I love South Carolina too, though, man. I went to Folly Beach, Follywood, Funky Follywood, South Carolina, man. Oh, dude, I loved it, man.
Yeah, this is a cool area. The only time I hate South Carolina is in August. It's just so ridiculous. The heat is like the ninth circle of hell here. I'm miserable. I'm like miserable every August. And my wife is just like, yeah, it's August. We just got to get through this so that Sarge is not a jerk, And then once we get to like the weather that we have now, I'm fine. Like I'm in a super good mood, and I will be until like next July. I wish I could just like sleep through August.
Yeah.
Wayne,
it was a weird month.
Wayne, are you thinking about moving to Tennessee with him, or are you just helping him? That's my new home. Okay. Arizona's cool. My brother's in Arizona, Wayne, and I've been there a couple times. It's really nice. All right. So as we're kind of winding down here, do you guys have any other thoughts that you want to add for EDC? I had a couple other things I was gonna. Two things that I always carry for work, and actually when I'm hiking too, is I always do a Nalgene bottle. I've been using Nalgene for years, pretty much indestructible. And I like the clear ones because in a pinch, you could get some water purification through the soda method, which basically like you leave it out in the sun for 12 hours or as long as you can. It kills a lot of the bacteria, not all of it. And then I use a Klean Kanteen every day too. I fill this one with cold coffee. But the Klean Kanteens are cool because you can actually, it's single walled, so you could actually put it in the fire and boil water with it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's over the years been building up a kit and trying different things, and I kind of pretty much settled on what I like at this point. The only thing, like I said, I didn't have is the watch. I haven't been able to. I want to check out that Casio that you were talking about because that sounds like it's up my alley.
Yeah, definitely check that out. It is definitely a really nice watch. I mean, it is, a little bulky, kind of like, I don't want to say like military looking, but it's a pretty like beefy looking watch. I will say one of the like weirder EDC items that I carry, just because of I like to kind of fidget around with things. I actually carry a yo-yo.
Oh, cool.
To like play around with.
A little fidget is something to keep you busy.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if I'm bored, I just kind of, just sit in the corner and do yo-yo tricks.
So you can do all those like
keep that mind occupied.
Yeah,
cradle and all that.
Yeah, I actually own like one of the they call them like unresponsive yo-yos, so like they actually don't come back up when you yank on them. And like I don't know if you've ever seen like those kind of like yo-yo tournaments or whatever, and they do all the crazy looking tricks. I mean, I can do like some of them.
I have seen some of that stuff. It's really cool.
And I guess in a pinch, you can kind of throw it at somebody. They get a little bit of weight to them.
Yeah, like you could do like a what is a flail or a Morning Star? What's the one that was like the ball on the chain?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What about you, Pilgrim? Any last minute items on your kit that you want to talk about?
No, my kit. Next time I talk about my kit, it's gonna be expanded upon because y'all gentlemen have influenced me, dude. Because I was very simple, just clinch pick style knife, regular style pocket knife, palm OC defense spray, a watch. But I'm gonna come correct next time we have an EDC discussion. I feel like that doesn't need to just necessarily be your EDC doesn't have to just all be about self-defense, stabbing and shooting and spraying. I need to have more. I need to have a health kit with me. Like with Band-Aids, I need to have. I have my chapstick now. I know that that's also a fire starter as well. So thank you for that. And it was one of the honors of my life, like always, talking to you gentlemen, and I yield my time.
Yeah, it's always a good time. I really appreciate you guys. This has been really fun. I remember there was one more piece. Shoes. I want to know what you guys wear for your everyday shoes, because that's actually a super important piece of kit. And I never thought about it until Wayne did his EDC video, Ungrateful Peasant. He did his video not too long ago, and he was talking about shoes. And I was like, you know what? That is a super important piece of kit. So what do you got there? Are those Converse?
These are Vans. These are Vans.
Nice. They comfy?
Yeah, if I found myself in a situation, they're comfy. I could see myself walking miles in these if I had to. So that's I don't know if I could see myself doing a hiking trail on them. I've hiked up to the top of a mountain. You ever heard of Mount LeConte before?
Mm-mm.
It's in a Gatlinburg. It's in the Smoky Mountains, but I've hiked up to the top of there before in some vans. But and just they're still tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? They're still like, yeah, I'd say Vans are good shoes for just about anything.
Nice.
I'm gonna start keeping these in my car though. My Columbia hiking boots.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's weird because like I work in kind of a more corporate environment, but I always wear I forgot the brand name. If I when I go look for it, I'll shoot it over to you, Sarge, and maybe you like throw it in the description or whatever. But funny enough, when I was working at Amazon, they actually had this whole safety thing going on because they wanted everybody to wear like steel-toed or carbon, or not carbon. Like steel-toed like kind of shoes. And so they were just giving out like free shoes. You can go on Zappos and just get like they gave like, I think it was like $150 towards like new shoes. And I found these nice hiking boots. They're like hiking boots. They're waterproof. They have the composite. That's what it's called. Composite toe shoes, and they're really nice, really comfortable, and yeah, they're awesome. I forgot the brand name though, so when I find that, I'll shoot that over to you.
Yeah, I'd like to check them out. I do. So I work kind of a office type environment as well. So every day I wear, they're basically Skechers sneakers, but they look like shoes from a distance. They're not really shoes; they're sneakers. So they're actually pretty decent for running in, and they have non-slip bottoms. So they're good EDC shoes for me. I do keep some hiking boots in the vehicle as well. And those aren't, and the hiking boots I have, they're not. I think they're Rockport. And I've had them for years, and they're well broken in. Haven't really had to have. I mean, I think they're getting to the point where I'm probably going to have to replace them soon, but they've held up pretty well over a lot of walks.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to look at those because I've seen sneakers that look like normal shoes, but I've never actually like been able to like have some and try them out for myself.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Skechers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really comfortable. If I had to wear an actual shoe all day long, I think I would be kind of miserable because they're not made for, most of those aren't made for comfort. They're made to look nice,
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate y'all. Let's just check comments one more time here. I think you had a question here, Pilgrim.
I'm not gonna front. I don't know who Craig Douglas is. He seems like he is a badass. God rest his soul. I tried to look a little bit. I know that a clinch pick is definitely a clinch pick is a good self-defense tool for man, for a woman, but definitely for a woman though too. I think clinch pick is a viable option. But yeah, clinch pick is. Yeah, I'm not. You sitting here talking about Craig Douglas. I don't know that. I'm gonna do some Craig Douglas research though. I'll be trying to do some. I'll be watching stuff on how to properly use clinch pick. Oh, so we have Hutch Homestead, my brother.
Yeah, I just saw Hutch just pop in. And Sarge, I definitely am looking forward to seeing that video. And Hutch, thanks for popping in. We're actually winding down, but it's good to have you.
Get on this rerun, Hutch, dude. This was badass. I was telling them about that party because they're talking about coming to that East Coast party, dude.
Yeah, this was a good.
You on the West Coast?
This was a good Gear Junkies video for those of you who are into gear. So I appreciate everybody. We'll try to set up. I think Digital Prepper, if you're willing to host the next one, we'll set that up.
Yep, I'm gonna have to set that up for you guys.
Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I would love to start. if this keeps on being badass, let's make this into a once a week, maybe once a month type deal. If you guys want it to, maybe once a month. If that could probably fit out for our schedules better. Let's see what's good. We do it on Digital Preppers next, and then boom, we'll cycle over again. Because dude, I really enjoy talking to you guys. I yield my time.
Here.
Yep, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up then. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for tuning in. You all are awesome. I've got links to most of this stuff. If I can find the other things that we were talking about tonight, I'll try to add those in. I appreciate everybody. Make sure if you're not familiar with Digital Prepper and Pilgrim Radio somehow, please go check out their channels. Good guys. They've been real good friends to my channel. And actually, everybody in the chat has really good channels too. So please check each other out, give each other some support and love. That's what this is all about. It's community. That's the only way. You know, YouTube sometimes isn't too kind to the prepping community, so we have to be kind to each other and help each other out and support each other. Will's Treasures, thanks for checking in too. All right, guys, keep planting your seeds, keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge, Digital Prepper, and Pilgrim Radio.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace, y'all.